President Museveni was one of the African leaders who were nominated to be part of the African Peace Initiative on Ukraine. However, he was unable to travel for the peace mission due to his health complications, and he was represented by his special envoy and former Prime Minister Dr. Ruhakana Rugunda. The committee, which included the President of South Africa, Senegal, Zambia, Comoros Islands, and other senior officials from African governments last month met President Putin and President Zelensky separately in their respective countries with a view of pushing for the end of the conflict in Ukraine. During the meeting, President Museveni was briefed on the progress made by the Committee of the African Leaders in the quest for peace and the end of conflict in Ukraine. They also shared the different views and sentiments held by the warring faction in Ukraine. President Museveni reiterated his commitment to continue working with the committee so as to ensure that a peace and amicable solution is released in Ukraine for the good of the people of Ukraine, Russia, the region, and the world. Earlier, President Museveni attended the opening of the second Russia-Africa Economic and Humanitarian Forum. In his address while opening the summit, President Putin reiterated Russia's commitment to enhance trade, economic gains, and humanitarian cooperation with Africa and expressed hope that the summit will contribute to the realization of these goals. President Putin used the occasion to assure the African leaders and the world that Russia was doing all it could to avert the looming food crisis caused by the conflict in Ukraine that risked to cause shortage and price spikes of grains. He further assured the summit that Russia was ready to replace Ukraine grains both on commercial basis or as a grant, and the neediest African countries as it expanded and recorded the highest yield ever. He equally pledged cooperation with the African continents in the area of education through increased enrollment of African students in the Russian universities, opening of Russian state media bureaus on the African continent, and putting up a common information space center for Russia and Africa. He equally pledged cooperation with the African continent in the areas of science and technology and agriculture, noting that with mechanized agriculture, the African continent will not only ensure food security for the continent, but would also feed the world. Grace Snap, Kenya, live at 8.
Россия расширяет сотрудничество с государствами Африки в сфере говорили президентом СССР. Мы обсуждали независимо от некоторых сегодня существующих и вводящих ограничения западной системы.